Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's Diego. Good morning, everybody. I am here in rainy and stormy Florida, in the panhandle of Florida, near Pensacola, north of Navarre Beach. And there's a big storm passed by yesterday and another big storm today. So Florida in the summer is the it's the stormiest time of the year. But that's the tropics for you. The Gulf of Mexico, the water in the Gulf of Mexico gets real hot and it mixes with the air and it creates these crazy weather conditions. As you guys know, I'm waiting for my welcome letter from the National Visa Center from New Hampshire. And Karina right now is at work in her managerial job at her store in Bogota, Colombia. And, we're just waiting, just like you guys. Some of you got your NOA 2 letter. Some of you have your NOA 1 letter. And some of you guys are waiting for the National Visa Center letter, welcome letter, just like we are. And Life in North Carolina says, hello, Diego from Greensboro, North Carolina. Hi, Life in North Carolina. Jacob Myers, hello, Diego from colorful Colorado. Fantastic. And Lissy D is saying, hello, Diego from beautiful Maryland. Now, I've been to Maryland. When I was in the United States Navy, our ship pulled into Maryland. We docked off the coast there. And I went to the inner harbor. What a fantastic experience that was to see that, classic historical ship from American history. And I got to visit there. But, the K-1 visa process, in my opinion, is a lot easier than doing the spousal visa. And people they text me and message me in YouTube and they ask me, when do I upload all my documents to the National Visa Center for my K-1 visa? Well, you don't. You don't upload any documents, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to the K-1 visa process at the National Visa Center. The National Visa Center, all they do is take your visa from the USCIS Service Center and assign a case number and then mail it to the embassy. That's it. So you don't have to upload anything. But if you are in a spousal visa, if you're married to a foreign national and you're processing a marriage visa, CR1, IR1, that's when you have to upload documents to the National Visa Center. Trust me, I've been there, done that, and I'm not going to do it again. It's a pain in the rear. So the K-1 visa is a much more efficient, more easier process, okay? So ladies and gentlemen, no, you don't upload anything to the National Visa Center when you get your welcome letter, okay? All you do then, what do you do then? Well, next you just wait and wait for them to ship it to the embassy. Then the embassy will contact you. NVC washes their hands of your K-1 visa. It's now in the hands of the U.S. Embassy. They will then give you a ready status, okay? Ready status means this is when you can start, paying for the visa fee, scheduling the visa interview, and filling out the DS-160, okay? Now, the DS-160 is the K-1 visa application. And the only thing you have to upload with the DS-160 is your Mr. Beneficiary, Miss Beneficiary, you got to upload your passport photo for you, and then you fill out a DS-160 for your children, K2 derivatives, okay? And Life in North Carolina, I have not got my NOA 2 yet. Okay, no, don't worry. Hopefully, I'll get it soon. My NOA 1 is June 14th. Okay, Life in North Carolina, this month, sometime in June, or the first 2 weeks of July, right in that period, that is when you're going to get your NOA 2 letter. And then what are you going to do? Life in North Carolina, when you get your NOA 2 letter, what are you going to do? You're going to kick back, you're going to relax and kick back, and you're going to wait for your welcome letter from the National Visa Center. How long does that take? 90 days? It could take 100 days. It could take 65, 85, 95, 100 days, right in that time frame. Please don't call NVC. Well, you can't get through to the NVC anyway. They already blocked phone calls for K-1 visa persons because they were spending more time taking phone calls than they were processing your K-1 visa, getting a case number assigned and shipping it off to the embassy. Okay, so try to calm down, guys. You're going to get your visa, okay? And Eric EL, hi Diego, watching from Kansas City. Okay, EL, Eric, thanks for watching. Kansas City, beautiful place. Lausanne Alashi, good morning, Diego. Just made my coffee. Great job. Coffee to watch your live stream. I'm in Westlake, Texas. Weather is too hot. Come on, Lausanne. Hot weather's good. Okay. I love Texas. I've driven across Texas probably 4 or 5 times. It's a long drive. I drove from Pensacola to Phoenix, Arizona. Okay. And I had to go across Texas to do that. Well, I went to Dallas on the first time. Then I drove north and got on I-40 and then went west through New Mexico, etc. It's a great drive, and I can't wait for Karina to experience this part of the United States of America and see some of the things I've seen. Eric, NOAA1, June 17th. Okay, so the end of this month. Okay, sometime next month you'll get word from USCIS. USCIS don't want your visa at USCIS. USCIS want to get it processed and send it to the National Visa Center. The National Visa Center don't want it. They want to sign a case number, get it to the embassy. And then the embassy wants to get you in and out of there so you can get to America. But it's a slow process because there's a lot of people. And they have to do a lot of investigating on the K-1 visa, okay? Remember, USCIS is Homeland Security. That's who they are. Homeland Security. This like the Police Department of Immigration. And they're just doing their job. Jacob, I've been holding this question a bit for a live stream. Okay. So I know you said Philippines needs a letter of singleness. It's not called that, but yeah. Do we need one if it's illegal for our marriage anyway? Same sex. Same-sex marriage is treated the same as a man. You know, it's no different. Jacob, do what you got to do. Get the letter, okay? Both of you get the letter and bring it to the embassy. Interview. If they ask for it, give it to them. If they don't ask for it, leave it in your bag, okay? But USCIS are not discriminating, okay? Remember, when you step into the U.S. Embassy in Manila, Philippines, that's American territory, okay? So whatever the rules are in the Philippines are not part of the U.S. territory. When you're on the embassy, in the embassy grounds, then you're in America. Consider yourself in America when you're on the embassy grounds, okay? It's U.S. territory. And then you're under U.S. rules and laws, congressional laws. But get the letter anyway, Jacob. And then if you got it ready, just in case. The secret to a successful visa application is to bring more than you need to the embassy interview, submit more than you need to the K-1 visa. And ladies, we got a big storm hitting over here. If all of a sudden the computer switches off, okay, it's because the lightning outside basically cut the electricity to my house, okay, to our house. So don't be surprised if I suddenly go blank because there's a really bad storm outside. Let's see. Zoila Molina. Hello, Diego. What proof can we present that we are planning our wedding? Please, can you advise me? Okay. Zoila, have you emailed the pastor or your church or your government office that you're planning on getting married, but you're just waiting for the K2 visa, K1 visa to get approved? Have you contacted restaurants? Have you emailed any restaurants to let them know that you may want to have a little reception there? You don't know when because you're waiting for the K1 visa to get approved. And then the restaurant and the church or the government office where you're going to get married, whoever's going to marry you, your wedding officiant, email the wedding officiant. Captain Bill is Karina and I's wedding officiant. He's going to marry us. And Miss Brenda, she's our translator. She's from Venezuela. So I have text messages to Brenda back and forth. Are you still good for the wedding? We don't know the date yet. And she replies back, yeah, I'm good. Boom. I screenshot the text message. Captain Bill sent me an email. Just waiting on Karina to get here and then let us know the day. Let me know what day. Okay. Boom. There's wedding plans right there. You cannot set a date. You don't know the date that you can get married because you don't have the visa yet. Okay. But you can start communicating with people that can marry you and that you can have a reception at, or can be a translator for you, right? Print those documents, print those emails. Those are wedding plans, okay? K Messenger, greetings, Diego from Tlaxcala, Mexico. Well, K Messenger, we are glad to have you here on the live stream. Jacob was just saying we would have never been allowed to get married in the Philippines, so that's all I was asking. Yeah, Jacob, in the Philippines, you can't do it, okay? The Philippine government doesn't allow it. But the U.S. government does allow it, the Congress, the government. So, you know, when you're in the embassy in Manila, that's considered American territory. You're under the rules and the laws of the U.S. government. And there, in that area, you can turn in your paperwork for your K1 visa, etc., and get your visa put in the passport. You're good. Don't stress it. Don't overthink it, okay? Nick Palomo, good morning. In your adjustment of status video, you mentioned showing the beneficiary's health care. Is health care a requirement for adjustment of status? Yes, Nick. When you file for the adjustment of status paperwork, you have to include in there the medical exam and the vaccination documents. And it's Form I-693. I can't remember the name of the form. I think I got it written down here somewhere. Oh, you hear that noise? Big storm blowing in, guys. You have to include the medical exam in your K1V, in your adjustment of status. You have to include vaccination certificates. If you want to speed up your green card and not get an RFE, include your medical exam and include your vaccination paperwork. If you don't, you're going to get an RFE when you adjust the status. Immigration is going to look for it. Okay, does that answer your question, Nick? You got that? Yes. Jason, I included my divorce decree, but do I need additional proof of non-marriage currently? No. Divorce decree, final divorce decree is totality. It's total evidence that you are divorced and you're good to go. Nothing else is required. Plus, you got to put you got to write a letter of intent to get married now. Okay, that's a requirement. So you got the letter of intent to get married. And what are you going to include in the letter of intent to get